of an incident happened. Hamilton and Ariel Grande, who have seemed to collided in qualifying somehow. And he's round again. We'll just be waiting for the Aston and his teammate to come on through. Now that is a tough space to try and get out and reverse and 3-point turn back onto the track. We're seeing some drivers go here for some cool down laps as Roach has just lost it under the power there at turn 3, that is. And he's been disqualified because he couldn't move his car. He's been disqualified for that. Bunce putting himself up to P3 with that lap. And nearly the first run of laps are all done and second ones are starting to begin. Currently, we have Weeda North on top from Leclerc, Buns, Mav, and then Sonoda, who is harmless, rounding out the top 5. And you got KDM in 6. And you got Kodak in P7. And you got Mr. Jim Cab in P8. And for right now, you have 40-pound Lobster P9. And Ariel Grande rounding out the top 10. But the latter of those, both those last two, as Grande has had another spin there. The same exact place as the last lap. Or provisional times because they are those are massively off the pace. Times as Lobsters actually just set a personal best there of a 32.5. I won't be surprised. Yep, and there's another DQ from the session. Couldn't move his car in time. So that is another car that's DQ'd from the session. Here. Not a bad run. He is barely up on his sector 2 time. Just about a 10th. That is the Williams preparing for his next lap. Here's Harmless about to cross the line. As he got that line a little bit close up, he goes third fastest. There's Leclerc on his lap. Exiting turn 3. On turn 5 and going on to the Raffles Boulevard. He's gonna activate the DRS. He's gonna go left hand, and he is 4 tenths up on his previous best. Let's hit that line perfectly. Second gear here. Right. And you want to go swing right, then swing back to the left. A nice line. Be straight. You want to cut that corner as much as possible. And then a cute angle for here and here. And don't get on the power too early. He's going underneath the bridge. Now on to another DRS zone. Here we are. Nearing the end of Sector 2. 3.5 temps up on the Sector 2 time. It's going to be a provisional pull of 29.6. Put himself 1 and a bit temps clear of Wheaton North in the Alpine. As the two Aston Martins have just started their laps. As Mav's actually gone purple Sector 1. Gonna right on board with the McLaren for a little bit here. See how he navigates this Marina Bay street circuit. So he chooses first gear for that corner there. That's a purple Sector 2, 6.5 temps up. He might displace Leclerc here, provisional pole. Let's just see how his final sequence of corners goes. Pretty good. Just keep it now within the bounds of the racetrack, and that's a new provisional pole by about 1.25 tenths, 29.5. They're set by Mav and McLaren. Two Astons are within a tenth of each other. Improved to P4 and 5 respectively. See who else is on a lap here. Lobster is about 4.5 tenths up on his time. King Hamilton on a lap. 1.7 seconds up. A little cautious not to lose the car to that corner. So let's go too wide. Up to P11, just short of Lobster's time. He was improved by 6.5 tenths in the second sector alone. Let's see where this lap will put him. He's going to be only up one position. Improves his time to a 32.0. Jim Cap has retired from the session. Will be out to set a lap, or if he's doing the same thing as Massive has been doing all these races, just starting from the back. Now this is the start of Plume's first actual lap here. He's behind the Red Bull, as he will get a pretty good tow from the Red Bull here. 4.5 tenths up for Food in Sector 1. His Kodak Films is also retired from the session. That's a little bit of a scrappy corner there for Plube. but he's faster there. Should be average through there. May, is he gonna get held up here by Crazy Carter? Is he getting affected by the turbulent air, or? I can't tell. But he may be into this corner. 7 and a bit tenths up. I don't know if that really affected Blue or not. Speed of North is starting his final lap in his bid to get pole position here at Singapore. As I believe this is also his first race back in a bit. And he's a 10th and a half up on his time. On his sector 1 time. Takes those sequence of corners very nicely. Blue's time's only put him. No, he's not even moved up a position. He's just improved for a 33.7. As Blue's just left the session. They're going on board back here with Blue to North. 3 tenths up in the second sector, purple sector too. Oh, but he's invalidated. He's invalidated that lap. Somehow, somewhere in there, he's invalidated that lap. And he's just pulling straight into the pits. Can't blame him after that one. And at best, it's going to be P3 for Weta North. Player's minimally down. Might have been a little wide line there. Mav has also invalidated his lap. So Leclerc is the first of possibilities who can dislodge our current pole sitter. He's 8,000ths down in his first sector time. Can he crawl that back in the second and third sectors here? Pretty good corner there. Turn on the DRS. Down the bridge. And he is still slightly down. But if he can get it all in these final few corners here, because this straight is nothing. I think we've had an Aston Martin off in sector 2. Might have been KTM by the looks of it. Can Leclerc do anything about that pole time? He can, but not close enough. The challenge. Buns is invalidated. So yes, that was the Aston that was off. That was not. It was not KTM. It's harmless. So it's a 29.3. Goes on pole by about 2 seconds. Does KTM have anything in the tank though? To at least put himself somewhere further up the grid. No, he can't. He doesn't improve. So it's going to be Yuki Tsunoda, also known as Harmless Target, here on pole position. Here in Singapore. And it's going to be Marvin McLaren alongside him. And on the third row is going to be Leclerc and Weta North. And followed by the 2 Astons on row 3. And Kodak in the Williams. And you got Jim Cap in the Mercedes. And you got Lobster in the Ferrari. P10 rounding out the top 10. Now look at the standings here. Leclerc is leading the standings from massive Nuries by 5 points. Now it's a point back to KDM, then it's a 34-point drop off back to Plube in P4. Who's also in close battling with Buns and Mav. This one man is not here today, as is not Italian and the Migs and Refractor. They are all not present here today. Everyone else in the standings here, they are here. Harmless Tiger is gonna try and make his way up into the top 10 of the standings here with a good result. He's started on pole. Wonder what the strategies are gonna be here. Yeah, that's as I thought. That's as I thought most people would be doing. They are starting on the hard tires. Some though starting on the mediums. The ideal strat here is hards to mediums. As this is a circuit that kills tires very easily. As now we're just awaiting the green light to go. And that may be now. And it's formation live on in this. And formation is not, and we're lights out and away we go. Can Harmless hold the lead? Oh no, yes he can. I'm having a clue. We got a yellow flag at the back. That's King Hamilton. That's off. Might have been spun round. And we have a side-by-side moment there. Went the wrong way. That's KDM and Wheaton North. Wheaton North has lost 2 positions. Is he gonna try and get this back around the outside? There's no way. Since we have further yellow flags of facts, that is the Premax who has been spun around. Buns might fancy his run at the Red Bull here. Is he gonna try and go down the inside? And he thinks better of it there. There's more yellow flags. It's Gracie Carter now. Spun at the back. Now as Buns thinking about it, he's alongside him. He's down the inside. Leclerc is still there. His way though. Buns is up to P3. Harmless leads the Grand Prix here from Marvin, Buns, and Leclerc. KDM, Wheaton North, all closely bunched together. Lobster, Jim Carroll, Blue, KDM, is he gonna get the switch back here on Leclerc? He might just do it, you know. They're going like side by side into that corner. That is not a corner. As KDM just compromises his life, he might just take advantage of it here. He's looking towards the inside, but he can't get enough. He can't get to the inside enough before KDM turns left-handed. And Buns here is caught up to good work early here on these medium compound tires. Just looking for close battles for the field. So a yellow flag, that might be Gas Girl. That is Gas Girl who's around. Remember, Gas Girl, he served a quali ban. Well, that's why he's that far down. Now back to the front. DRS is activated, so Buns will have DRS going down the Raffles Boulevard here. And he gets a better line out of there than Mav does. Buns with DRS and the ERS. And Burning has ERS here. They're side by side. It's Leclerc. He kind of forces KTM off the track there a little bit. See how the stewards think about that one. Either way, how they go? Leclerc fends off KTM for now. We'll see how soon Buns can break into the 1 second DRS range of Harmless here. Mav does go a little bit deep on the brakes there. I'm gonna go on board here, back here, for the battle for P8. Jim Cab, you have Clue, you have Massive, and you have Roach, all chasing behind. And who's gotten loose there? Jim Cab must have gotten loose off that corner there. And he allows both Massive and Blue to go on by. He's lost 2 places there on that one quick straight. Now, he must have had a moment there or something. As now his Mercedes teammate is now right behind him, trying to pounce on him. He's gonna force him to the inside. See, Roach maybe thought about going down the inside there. Let's back up here with this 4, 5, 6 battle. As Mav is now falling out of the DRS range of Brown's Buns. Mav must have had a mistake there. Yes, he's right into the claws now of Leclerc of this little battle. 3-car battle has now become a 4-car battle. I think the Fremex is round again near the bridge corner. Here now, Leclerc will have DRS now to protect himself from KTM behind him. And he will try to pounce on Mav's mistakes to get him up into the podium places. And so we have a change of places behind. That is Plube on Lobster there for P8. Nice progress from Plube so far, up 5 positions from P13. Now Lobster's now gonna have the challenge of trying to hold off Massive behind him. Now all 4 of these cars are interlocked in between this battle for the podium, for the final podium position. Singapore, one of you go for it. He might be in position to have a dive down the inside here. Oh, he gets it massively wrong though. As he not just slows himself down, he also slows Mav down. But I think he also gave himself front wing damage there. That the Red Bull. Yes, he has. Look at that. Take a look at that left. Take a look on the left side. That his left end plate is gone. And he's broke way too late, and now he's experiencing those consequences of not having an end plate. He is going wide, and he's just gonna lose time and time. And downforce is critical at a circuit like Singapore. As Lobster and Massive are going side by side here into the first couple of corners here. And Massive is going to get the traction to get past Lobster. And he does. As Buns is now extended into the DRS of Harmless here. But as that's to be expected on a softer compound difference. North is still keeping KDM honest here. Just under a half second behind him. Going on in the lower midfield. Yeah, Kodak has it quite easily caught up to Leclerc here. And as Leclerc, has he lost more of his front wing or? No, it just looked like that, okay. Now that input is causing him a lot of damage right now. That lack of downforce is so evident. His Buns is closed up to within a half a second of Harmless here. And he might fancy his chance down Raffles Boulevard to take the lead of this race. So side by side, and there's a contact there between. I caught that late, but there's a contact there between Vita North and KDM. Didn't quite catch the whole thing. I arrived late to the scene. It looked like KDM was getting ready to go round, but then he saved it. Oh, that's nice heads-up awareness driving from KDM. He knows if he relaxes that he can easily get this spot back later in the race. His Buns has almost lost the DRS. As he might have just lost the DRS right there. Yes, he has. As yeah, Leclerc has finally pitted here for that front wing change. As we have a Williams without a front wing here. As a new boy, Ariel Grande. Does KDM have damage? He's fallen 2 seconds adrift of Vita North here, and he's falling back into the clutches of Mav here. Who could be looking opportunistic at turn 6. Maybe even before the corner. Speaking of opportunistic moves, it's what Massive will be looking for on Plube here in a couple moments here. Is Mav, is he gonna force the issue here with KDM? He's gonna back off the throttle early. I think so. That's the squeeze by Plube, and Massive gets the job done. We thought Plube was gonna dive it down the inside here, as a little bit of contact is made. Massive with that inside line. Plube going round the outside. Oh, and Plube, that has not worked out well for Plube there, or for Roach, as both of them have spun out, and they are both now outside of the top 10, as Roach is still around, as Plube just lost more of his, yes he has, lost a bit of his front wing there, but has the AlphaTauri been a victim of that? He might. Now Plube is just going slow. What a wild turn of events here. Does this AlphaTauri have damage though? Could possibly. No, AlphaTauri was just being cautiously driving. So that is definitely unfortunate for Roach and Plube, and especially more so Plube, as that has ruined his race. Now having to pit for that front wing damage. It's gonna drop him to the rear of the field. As Rocca gets a 3-second time penalty for that corner cut there, and I think Grande is around again. Yes, he is. And more so without a front wing still. As Harmless has built up a 2-second lead now over Brownus Buns here. Buns made and mediums are now. The crossover point is probably starting to happen right about now. Or Buns might just be struggling overall on pure pace. As he's burning his ERS still, while even being under 10%. Well, with that massive improved contact, I'd say that's just a racing incident there. And they're both beating and banging for a couple laps there. As Brownus Buns just had a moment there, as he's passed by Wheaton North. And luckily, the lapped Williams is ghosted. KTM's repassed Mav for P4 here. And Mav is here is going to have the DRS. And he definitely has the ERS advantage. Is he going to go for a move down the inside here? He thinks about it. And he thinks the better of it. And to avoid contact, backs out. Another close battle here is Jim Cab on Rocca. In the battle here for P9. I just gotten past Gasper there for P11. As what has happened there is the lap car is getting involved. As Mav is about to lose the DRS if he's not careful. It's about the crossover period to where the hards are going to be the better tire. Mav again will start the lap. As we have a retirement, so that is a Williams. Does he crash like crash or? Yes, I don't know if that's a crash. Or, it looks like that was just a retirement on track. The Lobster is in the pits. Going on the hard compound tires, maybe to go to the end of the race on that set. Gasker was in too on the hard tires, so he may have picked up some damage. But right now, as it remains, this is the closest battle on the circuit right now. Switch back and forth from this battle and the Gym Cat battle. Whichever one presents the opportunity first. As Mav almost gets a tank slapper there on exit. Jim Cab making an impression on the straight here on Rocca. He goes close just that little bit, and he's in the toe. As Brownus Buns is in the pits. As he maybe forces Rocca a little bit wide there. Buns is putting for hards, and Rocca is coming into the pits. The Haas driver may be struggling on those mediums. Maybe is also gonna probably fit the hard tires here. Where's Buns gonna come out? And relatively to Leclerc, he's just remains in front of him, but there'll be a chance for Leclerc down near the bridge section. While Bun still gets his tires up to temp. Ride on board with the McLaren once more. Jim Cat may be under pressure here down to sector and down into this turn here, as he's already passed by the braking point by Bruns here, and will be passed. And might be passed by Leclerc here soon after. Both of them have DRS. Is Leclerc gonna force the issue here in turn 1? No, he won't, but he maybe gets a better traction here. So, he actually hits the back of the Mercedes there. As now, they're going to go down Raffles Boulevard here. Shimcap defending the inside line, and might be no use. As Leclerc dances around the outside of him. And takes P8. As Gascaro sets a new fastest lap of the race on the soft compound tires. 33-1. Here, Massive is caught up here to Kodak Films here. Battle for P5 at the moment. It's not going to have DRS on this lap, but when they go down the main straight, he will have the DRS. Since he is within that 1 second barrier. As Mav is closer here. Okay, as you know who's also really close? Wade North is the closest he's been to Harmless for a while. Now, has Harmless made a mistake, or has Wade North just been on it? I don't know. The point is, we're going to see a pass here down Raffles Boulevard. Wade North might just take the lead here. He decides not to use his reserves. As does Harmless. Mav, once again, thinks about a move down, down into that corner, but he backs out. That's like a yellow flag. Is I think that might be the Prem. We have another flag. That is blue. This Poob's just got that penalty is probably going to be removed if he wants it removed. This Massive Nookie's bound the back here of Kodak Films for P5. Well, he is much closer on this lap than he was last lap. It might be on going down in the turn, going down into this corner here. Might have a next chance down in the turn 7. This is good for Woody North. He's burning Harmless down to low ERS. As he's going to go defensive here. He's weak. Is he gonna go for it? He backs out last second. Kodak gets a 3-second penalty. And what about Mav? How is Mav looking here? Not close enough. Well, that is a better corner for Mav than it was KDM. How close is Massive here? He is very close. He's gonna get past him soon here. Is Massive in the Alpine. I'll be excited to see what he can do in his second stint on the hards. As I think this might just be his moment to get past Kodak here, as Kodak takes the wide line, as now they are level pegging, as Massive is gonna ease ahead of the DRS. Kodak keeps his foot in it, but can Massive go around the outside? Massive go around the outside, they're still side by side. I think Massive has got the move done. Kodak is still going for it. It's a little contact. There is a little contact between the cars. They're still side by side. As Kodak pulls off and into the pits. As is KDM and We the North. And We the North has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As Kodak Films is pulled in to retire from the race, actually. Now I have no real close-ish battles on track. Closest battle it might be is Buns and Massive, but not even Buns is not even within a second of Massive yet. Well, those mediums must be feeling a beating. Why is it yellow flags there? It's Massive Nuke, he says. He just had a little spin out there, or did he get spin out? However, those Buns and his teammate have both passed him here. I think Massive may be coming in on this lap here. He's gonna stay out for another lap. I wonder what his tires are on. Trying to see if I can see on the steering wheel, but I couldn't. But surely they must be around puncture territory right about now. Is closing in on Buns here. He is on 4-lap fresher hard tires. Plug has just gotten lapped in this race. Plug is lapped in this race. Mav is now peeling into the pits here on lap 18. Here for the medium compound tire. Let's see where he'll fall in place. It's taking a long time. It was probably just lag input. Let's see where he comes out though relative to KDM. Way off. And yeah, Massive is in the pits here for that hard compound tire. This battle here though is on. Buns v North here. Battle for P2. For now. Maybe P1. If Harmless can't hold it. If something happens to Harmless. As he almost gets into the back there of Buns here. DRS is enabled. And it's on, and Buns is flashing. He is flashing. And he's finally into the pits here on lap 19. For that medium compounded tire, so yes, he is going to fall behind Buns and North, but he's going to be on the softer tires. They're going side by side into turn 1. But he'll be on the step softer compound, but he still has some work to do. That's Plube! That might be a safety car. That is a safety car. Plubus just crashed it there. Plubes crashed at turn 4. Plube has just crashed at turn 4. Yes, Leading North has stayed out and on those hard tires. While Buns and a multitude of others have taken this opportunity to pit onto the mediums. Or in Leclerc's case, he's gone onto the soft compound. And those will be very close at the end of the race to puncturing. As Massive has also stayed out on those hards. As mediums, you can definitely go to the end of the race. Sauce, maybe not definitely, but they will definitely have the more superior pace, and more so definitely than the hard tires. They'll just need to make use of it immediately and then trying to hold off the cars behind them to get past. As after this, I gotta do some Singapore crap actually. Leclerc's pitted onto the softs here. Which, by the way, this safety car has helped him out immensely. As he was gonna have to pit again. And that will drop him outside the top 10. But no, safety car came out. Perfect timing for him. He is P4 legitimately. Maybe P3 by the end of the race. Some other people, though, did not take it well. Smav is coming into the pits again. Not sure what this is for. Maybe to fit the soft compound? Or to serve a penalty? Oh, it's for the soft compound? Or is it? Yeah, it's for the soft compound. So he's gonna get passed by this Haas here. And the Mercedes. And maybe the Alpha Tower. No, he's beat him to the safety car line, so he can keep his spot to the Alpha Tower there. He's lost 3 places from pitting, but I think he can easily repass all of those cars. He just dropped behind. The safety car is in this lap. Leah North is going to be leading here from Harmless here. It just decides on when he wants to go. He's not going yet. Now he goes. Now he's gone. And Harmless and Buns were not fooled by their... They caught on well. As we already have a yellow flag at the back. I think that was just Crazy Carter dropping back to get out of everyone's way. And Buns and Harmless there, both on the button here. You may see a move down into turn 7. Leclerc's almost at the back of Buns there. as he's rear-ended. But I think all is fine. Now the race at the front is on. Top 5. Only maybe 6. So Lobster is keeping, not letting Massive completely drive away. As a clear, that's a little moment of oversteer there. As Mav hits past Jim Cab for P9 there. Quick work of him. As we may have some moves on down to turn 7 here. Would it be here at the front or would it be at the back? He thinks about it down the inside. That leaves him vulnerable to Buns, who does take that opportunity down the inside. Makes nothing of it right there. But he's put Harmless up in a bad position. He's set himself up brilliantly. He's down the inside. And he gets past him for P2. Now he's gonna be one that's chasing down Wheaton North. Softs may be already starting to show some signs that they weren't the exact right tire for the rest of the race. Should a restart, yes. But a whole 10 laps plus the ones he did on the car. Now this front Buns, no, he's gonna take the lead of this race. Lady North here, and that was a relatively simple pass. Now if he can just stay within the DRS range. Switch back here to look at Mav. We might just begin to move on here. Really better. If he loses the DRS here, that's probably the podium gone. That's gonna keep you within the line. So that second barrier. So he's gonna continue with DRS. I don't know if he'll have DRS though for Raffles Boulevard. As Mav does get past Locker there for P7. North is still gonna have DRS here. He's not completely gonna. KDM might be looking opportunistic here on the clear rather quickly, as the effects of that soft flare are already coming into effect, it seems. Little bits of moments everywhere. this top 5 with everyone within a second of each other here. I mean, Buns might now just be extending the gap out to a second on Vita North. On North, I think he may just continue to have the DRS. So, no, he's not. That's a mistake there. And yeah, allows Harmless. He forces Harmless to go wide. He takes that back immediately, and Leclerc may be the beneficiary of this double overtake. 3 wide. As he maybe pushes just Harmless a little bit off there. But Leclerc takes advantage of that and makes the double overtake happen. Now these two are side by side. We really could run 3 by 3. 3 wide going into turn 7. This isn't going to end up well. As Vita North has just lost 3 places there in the span of half a lap. As now the virtual safety car is out. The virtual safety car is out for Roach. He's DNF, but he's in the pit. He might have just retired in the pits. But there might have been also debris on the wonderful Leclerc. Wonderful Leclerc can make up that gap in the short amount of time before his tires die off. See what he does. I think the VSC is going to end here shortly. Let's see who's going to be on it and who's not on it. And North is pitting here. That'll be a wise decision. So he doesn't lose any more places. Mav has gotten a drive-through penalty. Mav was speeding under the VSA. That has derailed his race. See, has anyone else gotten a penalty? No, he's the only one that was speeding. And he's the only one with a drive-through was Mav. It's unfortunate there for the McLaren man. Brown and Spuns, 3.5 second lead to Leclerc. He's looking rather comfortable out there. Leclerc is going to come under increased pressure here from Harmless, and then KTM more so words behind him, and KTM has got that turn all wrong. I have no idea if there's damage to that front wing by the looks of that onboard shot. Certainly you can see there's damage to his right end plate. Harmless might be getting moved here on Leclerc. So he hits the back of him just a little bit. Just a little tap. This might bring Massive back into play for P4. And KTM's damage. Second row side by side. Leclerc is passed for P2. Down to P3. He might strike back on this next upcoming straight though. KTM's damage so far. He's staying within the DRS. But you can see how hard. That's definitely going to be looked at by stewards. But that is cards back into the battle. Fighting. To the DRS play here. Stadium is offline again. It was they are still side by side. Oh, wait, is KDM gonna try this around the outside? Clear. It's massive here. And Harmless. Harmless is defending the inside. He's moving. You can't. Massive is on the inside. Massive is gonna take this place. Oh, Massive goes deep. Massive goes deep. Harmless takes back the place. Massive goes in way too deep there into that corner and allows Harmless with the switchback. There may be another chance for Massive here. Down this next DRS straight, but it's still gonna be tricky. He's gonna have to inch perfect through here and follow him. And unless I see something catastrophic happen from Harmless, I think this podium is secure for him. Because you cannot make time up on a straight part of the track. Way to north here, making a last lap overtake as Brown Buns takes victory at the Singapore Grand Prix. And Charlotte and Harmless Target are rounding out the podium. Massive up from back the grid to P4. And KDM rounds out the top 5. Then a good result for Lobster. Finishes P6. And what is just a recovery drive for North here? He comes home to finish P7 in front of Rocco P8, and Nav is P9. Still finishing inside the top 10, even with his drive-through. King Hamilton here is gonna finish 10th, or actually 9th. So Mav's penalty does drop him down to 10th. So Primex is just falling short of the top 10 with P11. And comes Mr. Jim Cab across the line. And here comes CSR Gas Girl as he crashes across the line. And our last classified finisher here tonight, Crazy Carter, P14. Rounds off a fantastic Singapore Grand Prix. ahead and get race director here for anyone who needs it. Man, what a race. Anyways, that is me out for tonight. Catch us back here next Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern for the Chinese Grand Prix. And just make sure to tune in Friday for Friday Night Lights at Singapore.